I'm Dong-Wan from University of Michigan. Today, I present about miniaturized digital oven control microsystem. Before presenting our work, I'd like to talk about integration trend of MEMS sensors. The co-fabrication of MEMS sensors and IC components on a single package have been investigated over 3 decades. In the beginning, MEMS sensors were commercialized as standalone devices with simple analog circuitries. Advances in MEMS technology allow sensor manufacturer to combine different types of sensors, such as the accelerometer and gyroscope, and pressure sensors, and humidity sensors, and temperature sensors. The system can further evolve into the integration with the MCU with MEMS sensors. Recently, last year, the InvenSense released their own product with a 32-bit microcontroller, and this year, Intel also released their own product using Bosch's IMU devices. Even more, they integrated the RF module in their system. While these sensors give a lot of benefits to miniaturize the system, one of the challenges is to maintain or provide accurate performance at all times, especially when the surrounding temperature changes. A lot of solutions have been proposed, and we can categorize that as a temperature compensation and temperature or oven control. In general, temperature compensation gives a lot of chance to minimize it. Temperature compensation corrects the temperature variation at all times. However, using the electrical or the mechanical compensation. It is very attractive because there is no additional package and low power consumption. However, due to the not good thermal biasability compared to the oven control, so most cases, if we want to get the excellent thermal biostability, oven control can be used. Oven control uses a heated platform which actively controls the temperature using heater and temperature sensor. However, this technique needs extra package and fabrication step, and due to the heated platform, it needs to supply the current to the heater, resulting in higher power consumption. In this presentation, so we want to focus on miniaturize the oven control system. To miniaturize to commercialize the oven control system, there are a few challenges that need to be considered. One of the main issues is cost, and MEMS sensors gives wide range of applications, but however, their MEMS sensor architecture and size is different from each other. Therefore, it increased the cost. In addition to this, package design optimization is another issue, and to reduce the package size, so it is necessary to optimize the feed-through, vertical feed-through, and isolation platform, which reduces the manufacturing cost and whole package size. To enhance the thermal stability, it is necessary to optimize the oven control with heater also. And finally, oven control techniques is another concern. It should be as simple as possible and scalable. What makes these challenges difficult is that it cannot be solved individually. Therefore, one can need to think about from the geometry, process, and control at the same time. This slide shows our proposed system block diagram of the oven control. Instead of using the analog approach, we adopted a digital-based approach with hermetic sealed vacuum package. It is composed of the isolation platform and temperature sensor inside of the vacuum package. and PID controller and PWM generator, which is implemented by microcontroller and its heater driving circuit. Due to the digital approaches, it is insensitive to the analog noise. In addition to this, by using this, it can simplify the system and power consumption. Before explaining our work, this slide shows the conventional analog heater driving circuits. There are two types of analog heater driving circuits in this slide. And first one uses two power amplifiers to generate the heater to the heater current, heater resistance. And second one uses a regulated amplifier to generate the same voltage as the control voltage to this node. Both cases, heater current is proportional to the control voltage compared to the PWM technique, which requires only a power transistor. These two concepts lead to additional components such as the amplifiers and parasitic components, which resulting in larger area and high power consumption. The operating principle of the pulse width modulation is illustrated in this slide. PWM signals are variable duty cycle scale waves, which is composed of the DC component and the scale wave with identical duty cycle is time average is 0. If we can eliminate these scale waves and if you can only use this DC component, it will be good for any control circuits, control systems. What we can do, as you know, is by using the low-pass filter, we can eliminate the high-frequency terms. So if these PWM-based approaches are applied to the over-control system, there are several advantages. At first, when the power transistor is fully turned off, there is no current flow to the heater driving circuit. In addition to this, when a power transistor is fully turned on, there is a current applied to the load. However, there is no voltage drop across the transistor. Therefore, it leads to the low power consumption and high power efficiency. In addition to this technique is a digital-based duty cycle operations, which means as the digital did, we can reduce the voltage and we can also reduce the power consumption. As I mentioned earlier, so we are just using the small power transistor in the system. Therefore, we can reduce size more. Even more, we are using the hermetic vacuum sealed package. It has a low pass characteristic because it has a thermal resistance and thermal capacity. Therefore, it filters out high frequency components more, then we can get high performance as accurate as analog approaches. This is our proposed entire closed open control architecture. In this case, we choose the 6-axis IMU as an ovenization component, and we assume that the IMU temperature inside of that is close to the sensors. Therefore, we use the IMU temperature as a control and ovenization temperature. And this temperature was translated to the PID information using the PID controller, and by using the PWM generator, PID information was translated to the PWM signal. And this signal controls the heater driving circuit. Let's move to the hermetic package. So thermal isolation is so critical to increase the power efficiency. Our target is get less than 100 milliwatt over the minus 40 degrees C to 85 degrees C. There are three thermal factors of the thermal types, and which are convection, conduction, and radiation. In micro vacuum scale system, the convection can be negligible. Therefore, so we need to focus on the conduction and radiation. So conduction is separate as the gas conduction and solid conduction. By optimizing these terms, we can get higher thermal resistance. This slide shows our hermetic packaged IMU. We mounted 6-axis IMU on the isolation platform, which is etched glass wafer to form crab rack suspensions. A thin film gold heater right below the IMU was fabricated for higher thermal conduction. And also, the RTD sensor was fabricated to evaluate the thermal resistance, or if we replace the sensors such as the crystal oscillator, so we can use that as a temperature sensor. And we vacuum sealed with the platform inside the package. Based on the architecture and hermetic platform, we implemented our oven control system in a single PC board. It is composed of the hermetic packaged IMU, microcontroller, heater driving circuits. MPU60 was mounted on a platform and placed heater around the center of the isolation platform. Together, the IMU data, including temperature, and to generate the PWM and PID control signal, we used the microcontroller. And for the apple-to-apple comparison, we implemented analog and heater driving circuit in this block. Let's move to the measurement results. Before the vacuum sealed, we'd like to estimate the thermal resistance versus pressure level. What we did is in the beginning, we uncapped the HEC40 package, and this uncapped platform with IMU was placed inside a vacuum chamber. In this case, we maintained the temperature at room temperature. We got the 1000 Kelvin per watt and the thermal resistance, and then so based on this measurement, we assume that the pressure level is around 30 millitorr inside of package. And what we found from this is this works as the pressure sensor also. So after the evaluation, we placed entire system inside of oven chamber and ovenized it. And we changed the temperature with the rate of 1 degree C per minute. So by adopting the PWM technique, we can the very stable temperature stability with 7.5 millikelvin, which is comparable with analog mode, which has 7.8 millikelvin. And also, we can compare the frequency stability. What we did is from the IMU, we measured the divided resonant frequency. In the beginning, when it is not ovenized, it shows the frequency drift was the 1900 ppm. After then, when it is ovenized, the Bose mode gives us very nice result, which is less than 2 ppm over the minus 40 degrees C to 85 degrees C. Inside the package, we chose the IMU component as the ovenization component. So fortunately, we can compare the gyroscope and accelerometer performance using the Allen-Davies plot. So we tested 10 samples, and based on this, we got the comparable result between analog and digital mode, which means digital is as accurate as an analog mode. In addition to this, we have a significant improvement in case of power due to the low power loss. Compared to analog mode, digital mode can get the twice larger performance enhancement for the efficiencies. Therefore, we can reduce the current more. So I conclude my talk, and by adopting the PWM-based heater driving circuit, we can get high power efficiency, low voltage capability, and smaller size. This technique was demonstrated with hermetic packaged IMU, and our future work is in the two miniaturized and to integrate everything inside of the hermetic sealed the ceramic package. Thank you for your attention.